Well, he lost his grandparents, uncle, and cousins in the Nazi gas chambers, but Long Islander Irving Roth was determined to return to Auschwitz to teach others. News 12's Jill Wagner and photojournalist Dave Leibowitz traveled with Irving through what's called the Gates of Hell. It's part 2 of our special series, Journey of Remembrance, a story you'll see only on 12.
One million Jews were murdered in that place.
Irving Roth survived months as a prisoner in Auschwitz. Now on Long Island, he's dedicated his life to making sure future generations don't forget the past.
She will tell it to her children.
And that's what brought him back to the scene of the crime.
It has some pain.
7 decades since the horrors of the Holocaust, the gate to Auschwitz looks the same. But now, when 83-year-old Irving Roth walks under the ominous sign, he does so as a survivor.
I'm simultaneously in 2 time zones, then and now.
Back then, Irving was shipped here with other Nazi victims like cattle. Much of his family sent straight to the gas chamber.
My grandfather, my grandmother, my aunt, my 10-year-old cousin, that night, within 24 hours, they became just smoke and ashes.
Irving was 14 and became a number. His skin still bears the scars of the past.
Right on the arm, 10,491. Tattooing only took place in Auschwitz, provided you were going to work here.
Anyone who went straight to their deaths never got a number?
No.
So you're almost lucky.
That if you get a tattoo, that means at least you, what I call, you got the temporary stay of execution.
And this is where you stayed, right in here?
This is where I stayed.
Most of Auschwitz is now a museum. Irving doesn't need a guide. We walked with him inside one of the barracks. On display, prisoners' personal items, pots, pans, eyeglasses, taken as soon as they got off the train.
I had a small suitcase, somewhat smaller than this.
You get here, they take it away right away?
They say, drop it, don't take it with you. And we look at each other, says, don't worry, your name is on it, it'll be delivered to you. There are bellhops in Auschwitz. Forgive me, but I couldn't help it. You gotta have a sense of humor because this is so bizarre, so outside of human thinking that you have to laugh at times.
But then we walk to an endless pile of shoes, and there is sadness.
You know, there's a red shoe with a little heel on it up on top there. Somebody wore that, some good-looking blonde in a red dress. This is a story of people, individuals.
6 million victims. Irving wants their stories to live on.
So I'm glad you're here. You're from Great Neck? What school do you go to? South.
Here, a chance to meet students from Long Island and across the globe. Side by side with soldiers who liberated the concentration camps decades ago, they walk on this ground that's seen so much sorrow in memory of the millions who never made it.
I look at the place where 1.2 million Jews were brought to, and 90% were murdered. And now I see a sea of blue, a commitment of 10,000 young Jewish children 7 decades later, and never again is not just a slogan.
Reporting from Poland, Jill Wagner, News 12 Long Island.
Unbelievable. Irving Roth is the director of the Holocaust Resource Center in Manhasset. And if you'd like to see more of Jill's interview, go to Channel 612 and click on IO Extra.